Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold. I'm not going to be attacking the Chinese this turn. Next turn, and this is on my word, I'm going to attack them. I'm going to declare war. I don't think I'll be going on the offensive for a long time. But I will declare war and I will allow them to attack me. In order to prepare myself for the next turn, I'm going to move here with my cavalry. I always do this with my Jeep. I just kind of scout around. So remember, just moving into a hex even once gives you the recon points for that. I'm moving this unit here so that next turn, I'm pretty sure after war is declared, they have such a zone of control advantage on these hexes that they'll go to enemy territory. So I'm just going to use this cavalry to retake them real fast and then move the cavalry to the rear. This is just to make sure that they get the +10 action point penalty for moving into enemy territory, just to slow down their advance a little bit. It's not going to be much. I'm starting to heavily reinforce these headquarters. This turn I did do some minor reinforcement on the west, but most of my reinforcements at this point are going to the east because I haven't been preparing for the Chinese, and yeah, it's a bit scary. Now, these engineers have arrived here. They're perfectly in position to blow the bridge. I need 50 action points for this, but next turn they'll be in the fail-safe is there. If everything goes to crap and I need to pull back, I can. I don't think I'm going to do any attacks in the north. I'm just going to let my guys build up their massive entrenchment and kind of see how things play out. If they happen to kick me off this raw, I will just retreat back, blow the bridge, fall back, emergency retreat. And if that happens, I don't even know if there's a point in trying to defend this. I probably can, because my headquarters is here, so I could even send some units into the marsh, but yeah. Anyway, so that's that. Let's get on to the real fun, which is all the attacks I'm going to be doing down here. Same as always, we're going to bombard this raw and then dive bomb it. Eventually they will fall, you know. It could take years, but we killed another 6. Alright, we're whittling them down. It's been taking quite some time, but that's fine. I'm a very patient person. Let's see what else we can get. So I think they're actually pretty weak as it is. This might be the turn. That's good. This might be the turn where I can actually attack them. Readiness is down to below 20. Entrenchment below 30. Their listed combat strength is only a total of 11. Yeah, this seems like it could be the one. And that's especially nice because I've been wanting to move this armor forward, but I'm always a little leery, especially with this units here, of being cut off. I don't have an engineer unit here. He's over here. I kind of would like to connect this by road eventually, which means probably something like this. I don't know. I mean, another idea is just to go through the hills, but alright. Now, for Trier, this is going to be a lot of fun. I've decided to take the approach of just bombing the ever-living piss out of this place. It's not my city, so I don't really care about its points when I take ownership over it. So I'm just going to do massive bombardment, 20 full action points of artillery, and just reduce it to rubble. I have no use for the city once it's ours, so let's just, well, we didn't do that much. Considering they're in a city and they have pretty high entrenchment to begin with, this is not bad. Reducing their readiness almost by half and their entrenchment by about half. It's pretty good. Killing 15 rifles, more important. And I forgot what it said I did for the city damage. I didn't look. But it looks like, if we go to location, we lowered the structural by about 700, which is exactly what I don't want to do with Nagano. But we'll cross that bridge in a second. And let's go ahead and follow up this with some more bombardment in the south. We're going to move this guy forward. But instead of bombarding Trier again, because if I did, as we see, there'd already be a 20-point stack. So this would take us over the 100 stack. We'd have a bit of a penalty. I'm going to I'm going to bombard here. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So let's do that. I'm just trying to soften this unit up. Eventually I think I'm going to have some tanks come in and overrun these guys. Let's just keep them nice and weak. How are those tanks going to do it? Well, from up here, of course. Instead of going through the stream, although it's not too bad, it would be possible, I'm sure, for somewhere these tanks to forward and just take the 40 action point penalty. I've decided I'm just going to use the road, conquer the territory, build the bridge here. It's now back. Sweet. So I just did that by building a road. When you build a road, it automatically builds the bridge. And now my armor can push through. So we are able to attack these guys even if we want. I'm not sure if we'll attack those guys or not. Their readiness is pretty high. So we might hold off. Usually I want 3-to-1 odds, and that would be... I don't have enough reconnaissance to really know what the combat value of this is, but assuming that's correct, it would be slightly under 3-to-1. I'm going to bring some forces forward. I think the blue artillery, since I have 4 of them, and I don't have a purpose for all of them right now. So I think the blue artillery will eventually be helping me with these guys as well. So what I thought I was going to do is move this guy all the way here. Is that true, or should he move even here? No, I think here's good. Let's just move him. I have to take into account the proximity from the headquarters, because that does reduce after like 3. So 1, 2, 3. We see these guys are at 100%, but then 4, 80. I don't want to move these guys too far away. Well, let's get the other dive bomb mission over with. And you know what? Don't have that many good options. Now remember, these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can only hit these 3 hexes essentially. So if I'm going to attack here, and they're already pretty low and weak, maybe I will start softening these guys up. Okay, let's do it. I mean, I don't see a point in dive bombing these guys because there's no artillery. There is one artillery, but there's no armored cars. There's no armor, and these guys have some armor. So let's do it here. Well, a truck, 2 infantry guns, an armored car. I'll take it. We got some infantry as well. That's nice. I think if nothing else, that's going to prevent these guys from attacking us, which is good. So how do I want to do this? I think I want to move this guy here and attack from there to give a bigger arc, because my armor is not going to be attacking into this hex. I'm just going to move him over. So let's go ahead and do this. And by doing this, I'm committing myself, because if I don't attack now, they can just take the oil, which is bad by itself. Although my oil supply is actually, I had a reserve at the end of last turn. So, like I said, I think I've solved that problem. But if they were to take this, it would be pretty bad. Another 1,000 I wouldn't get. And more importantly, the supply would be cut off for these guys. Actually, I'm not sure which one's more important. Probably the oil is more important. Sorry, guys. A little callous, but, well, that's the truth. Anyways, it won't be a problem because I'm sure that we're going to eliminate these guys. Yeah, and there it is. Most of them are casualties. A few will retreat back, but the majority of their forces are dead. Just some minor infantry surviving, 7. And we will push in with these guys. I guess we'll just push in with these guys as well. No point not to. And these guys are in position to bombard these guys next turn, so their mission hasn't changed much. Now, we see that this is a 30, and they have pretty low readiness. I might do the same thing and just push these guys back into the hills. I'm not sure. These guys have a headquarters. Trier has a headquarters, so these guys will be supplied, the units in the south, very easily. Even if I force them to go through these hills, the supply line will still be green. So that won't be effective, capturing this. And if I push these guys back, they can't come and reinforce. So let's just go ahead and do it. Let's play a little more aggressively with our armor. Because it is armor after all, that's what it's supposed to do, and this is exactly why I should be doing these attacks. Huge, huge, huge victory. 15 rifles destroyed, and a submachine gun, and I only lost 2 units. Now, am I going to move forward? No, I'm not. Just going to stay there now. We can, next turn, I suppose. Oh, can we shift the line? No. Yeah. If we could shift the line to the left more, I would be open to moving in or moving somewhere, but I don't want to leave a disconnected line, so let's hold there. Alright, I think that's everything I wanted to do in the south. I do want to move some armor forward, so I guess this guy will move here. And does that mean I should attack this guy? We just saw the effectiveness of attacking, although that was half the infantry, the combat value of this unit. Still, it is submachine guns who are weaker in the planes, and the infantry gun is much worse on the attack, and my armor is better on the attack. And the majority of the combat strength for this unit, the 166, is definitely the armor, especially because they have an experience of 70. That's really good. Okay, well, what's the advantage of attacking these guys, though? I will just push them forward, which is where they want to go anyway. Still, they will be disrupted, and I could move into that hex even to block off Trier even more. So I keep thinking about this in terms of the siege of Nagano, but really this is developing into the siege of Trier as well. Well, let's do it. This is, since we're winning anyway, let's just kind of experiment and see how good these attacks are. This is a 1-to-1 attack. Yeah, I would say that's worth it. Okay, it's good to know. We only lost 3 rifles. Out of everything I could lose, rifles is the thing. Now, we did push them this way, which is good. That's actually better. I thought they would go in here. They could just move there on their turn, but what is here that would prevent me from moving in? Well, that's a lot of rifles. Okay, I need to find out what headquarters is this. This is the dark blue. Is that a different color? Can somebody tell me? Is this is the same color, right? Yeah, okay. So this unit will be cut off, will not be cut off from supply if I move here. I don't know where this guy's headquarters is, the 10th headquarters, which is not here. I mean, where the hell is it? Is it here? If this is the headquarters for the light blue, they're in serious trouble. I mean, to be honest, if their headquarters is anywhere but down here or here, they're in serious trouble. Let's move in. We're being aggressive. Why stop now? Now, a stream is only going to give a minus 25% penalty. So I think I will move this unit here. It will prevent them from attacking this turn, but we can attack next turn. And that looks like what I'm gearing up for. Now, can this unit get here? Can. That's perfect. Let's do that. And let's push this red forward. Now, I am exposing this crucial crossroads here. But the reason for that is I know that my blue are going to be able to move forward. Oh, this red even. Okay, perfect. So we'll keep the headquarters segregated. Blue on top, red on bottom. That's exactly what I want to do, in fact. Okay. Alright, now the sensitive thing. What to do with Nagano. Because this is coin flip between trying to just bombard the crap out of it to make it easy to take next turn, or bombarding enough to not ruin too much of its production capacity, and then taking it this turn. What I'm electing to do is actually move this unit forward, and that means he's only going to get a bombardment of 7. So I'm trying to slightly lower the amount of damage I do to it. And let's just see what happens after this. So we took its location down to 1703. I'm okay with that. That's okay. That's not too bad. The important thing is, how are the readiness and entrenchment looking? And more importantly, I'm going to dive bomb. I'm going to start off with just 1, but I'll probably bring in the other one, unless this dude really does a lot. Okay, so it really didn't do that much location damage, which is good. didn't really kill that much, but the infantry guns are pretty powerful. And again, how is their readiness after all that? Let's just look. Their combat value is about 100 now. I think that means we'll take it this turn. Okay, good. Which case, I'm not going to worry about bombarding the other unit. We'll save them from next turn, and we'll do this air combat. Alright, this location will be almost up to full after I take it. I think at this point we're ready to move in. So in order to prep ourselves, I'm going to move this submachine, this city guard unit here, so that I'm going to attack with submachine guns on 3 sides. That's awesome. This infantry is also going to attack, and then infantry and infantry. So, actually, do I want to move this infantry up and attack? I think so. That might make more sense. So we'll move the 19th in. But the 1st is going to have to attack. Well. Okay, Nagano, your time is up. So perfect surroundment gives us 100%. If you think about this in terms of the original combat values of rifles, which are, I can't remember the exact values. Is it 15 and 30, 16, 32? I forget. But it's half the attack versus the defense. This essentially pushes the attack up to about the defense. So 100% bonus doubles it, which means that you're attacking at the same value that they're defending at. And it takes 6 sides for you to do that. So you can see how heavily defense is favored. That is still less than the weighted attack value because they're going to have an entrenchment, which should be increasing their defensive bonus. But let's do it. And as we expected, they crumbled. And Nagano was ours. This is huge. Huge. Very, very, very big. Let's move the city guards in because I'm not sure what else to do with them. Let's immediately headquarter this unit. It's been so long since I've changed city. But we should be able to trace supply back to this Supreme Headquarters, which is cool. Now we actually have a ton of points. How much do you get? Yes, this will be repaired in 2 turns. So for the time being, we'll probably do, this is a very weird amount. We might, let's set up the usual thing. Political points first, supply second, and probably some rifles, and maybe I might actually leave these guys with some high submachine gun production because submachine guns are going to be important in the forest over to my east. I'm only making about 30 submachine guns a turn right now, and I want to have enough so that that's, you know, not a problem. And especially with this weird value, I don't think I'm going to do anything. I think I'm just going to do 100% submachine guns my first turn. Because submachine guns always, because they take 110, they always have some decimal point. So it doesn't matter what, you know, it's always some weird decimal point, no matter even if this is at 8,000. Okay. Well, awesome. The siege of Nagano is over. We've taken it. Fantastic. I might have to, I think I'm okay on staff, actually. I was going to say, in order to compensate for this, I might have to increase the number of staff I'm building, but I think we'll be okay. Now, the next good thing is these, at least one of these dive bombers can move forward. So let's move the 189. Move to Nagano. It says move to damaged location. Well, since the damage is almost repaired, I'm going to be safe moving 1 dive bomber in. Actually, the good news is this guy can even attack because he has 70 action points, which is 7 rounds left. It might be interesting to dive bomb this one even, because I doubt I'll be attacking this one this turn, and I can get that guy, this hex, with both of the dive bombers and Leverkusen next turn. It'll be interesting to see what this unit actually is, so let's dive bomb that unit. It's a headquarters, a staff. Okay, really cool. We found their 1st and 4th headquarters. And we happened to kill off 17 staff. Well, that's not so bad. Alright, well, that is not their, what's the one I was looking for? Their 10th? I'm still interested in knowing where their 10th is. It's probably one of these two. But we found their back lines, which is very interesting. I wonder, well, it's impossible for us to get over there this turn. Wait, is it impossible for you? It is. And how's the supply looking? We don't know until we cross. It's always dangerous. You don't know if you'll be supplied until you get there. So you need to make sure you have enough supply points to get back. Well, next turn we can build a road up to anybody who wants to go into the north. Just build a road like this even. Maybe there. It's a road that's going nowhere, but I don't know. It'll help with supply, so that's reason enough. 9th, 1st, and 4th. This might be another headquarters too. These are probably all headquarters. Alright, well, I think that's everything for this turn, which is good. We finished in 20 minutes, so I don't think there's anything else I need to do. I could, with the hills here, oh, no, yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to do. I wanted to move forward here and move forward here. I think, so this is supplied, so if we move in here with the infantry, I thought we would take that territory, actually. It'll become ours on the next turn. This guy can move in. Well, let's just see how supply is traced here. So it's at 43, and how much does it cost to go into hills? I've forgotten. It's 4 here and 40, so it's 40 to go into hills. So 43 here, it'll be 80. So this guy can move into the hills. Please be right, please be right. Yes, good. So it should be 83, it is. I like it when the math is not too difficult. It was doable. Good. Well, I'm happy with that. Does that mean, in fact, that we can cross this stream as well? How much does it cost to cross a stream? I've totally forgotten. Okay, if it's... of course. That's not crossing a stream. Is that crossing a stream? I think it is. 8:33. No, it's not. Damn it. Alright, give me a stream I can cross somewhere. Oh, over here, surely. Yes, there's plenty of streams I can cross here. So it costs 30 to move into a forest, and it costs, well, so 20 for here, 30 for that. So it costs 50 to cross a stream. Okay. That's a big deal. And that is why bridges are very necessary. Actually, we're not really done with this turn, huh? This artillery, since we've stopped the zone of control, it will have to, moving into here should have an action point penalty, but it's only 50. So we'll move here and we'll actually bombard these guys. So, didn't realize I'd be able to do that. Not much was accomplished, but hopefully we deter them from attacking. I think even one of these guys can move in. Yeah, the 17th, we might as well push these guys over. That's a pretty heavily defended hex. Oh, we got eyes on some armored cars. These are probably the guys up here who decided it's not worth it to try to capture empty space. No strategic value. We can shift these guys over, which means we can shift the first over. Kind of strengthen up our line over here. That's nice. I don't need to move these guys on, so let's move them forward. Oh, in fact, let's move them. Oh, we finally conquered that. And that is... Come on. It's only 28. Oh, wow, because the road right here. Perfect. So definitely move in. If these guys are still here on the next turn, we'll attack them, because staff do not fight very well. Combat stats. They have only 2/3. They're just like engineers, except for engineers have the normal... What is the normal attack? Alright, I already can't remember. Let's just do engineers. 1326, that's what it was, not 14, but 1326. So they have half this value. So staff are even worse than engineers, but both have only 2/3 the hit points. They die very easily, which makes them a prime target if you can get to them. Okay, well that's good for this turn. This armor hasn't moved forward. It's interesting. I could even... How supplied is this fully? Proximity, it's not good, but supply it is, and I'm not going to worry about proximity for now. Let's just push on. Wow, I can get here. I'm sure that's in supply because of the roads. So let's just do it. Oh, good. Have we found... This is the second headquarters, so we found all their headquarters. And they're in big trouble. We're coming for them. Let's try to advance forward to... Is this going to be in supply? It is. Let's try to advance forward to cover our tanks. I think here is the right move, and we can move in here next turn. Although, actually, we can avoid this hex altogether since it would just put us at another stream crossing to attack. Although likely these guys will fall back. Alright. I keep saying we're almost done, but then I find stuff like this where there's more that can be done. So it costs 80 to go there, 75 there, 50... 70 to go here. Let's go here and see if that's enough to do bombardment. Can we get 3? Whoa! We can get 3 rounds of bombardment? Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, we killed one guy. Woo! It's something, though. I shouldn't scoff. Let's get these guys all the way, well, forward. I think this will be better for proximity. Sweet. Yeah, the advance is really happening, and we'll move these dive bombers in next turn. Wait, I think we actually have to wait 2 turns for this. Yeah, it'll be at 1947. I might just do that, though. I'm not sure what effect having almost full location points will have. But everything looks good. Let's go ahead and end this turn here. Alright, see what the Germans are going to do. Perhaps at this point they should start negotiating for peace. Oh, they did attack and it was victorious. Well, that's really not good because they've taken away my supply lines in the north. Oh my gosh, we just got slaughtered there too. Oh my gosh. That was not... Wow. We lost almost our entire unit. What did they attack with? Oh, they did bring in more forces. And 2-sided attack, and it was only in planes. I mean, just looking at the numbers here, it doesn't appear to me that they should have been able to kill me that well. Maybe the 9 armored cars, but if they were talking about the 9 armored cars, which includes the ones in the north, I don't remember how many armored cars were in the north, maybe only 2, but those guys were out of supply and had very low readiness. Well, it's going to be pretty straightforward to take that back, though. We'll probably just use our armor for that. We'll be able to attack from 3 sides, and we'll probably use the cavalry for the 3rd side, just because they won't contribute much to the attack stack penalty. If we do this, so we'll get the bonus up to from 5% to 20%, but the attack stack for the cavalry is so low. That's why they're a very good flanking unit. We'll definitely be able to take this back then. So this is... They did have 4 armored cars up here, I suppose. According to this, I think this is the unit that was up here. So of the armored cars, I would have expected these guys to have extremely low readiness and not be effective. But that's okay. Hey, you win some, you lose some. We didn't win that one. And I think we put enough backup units in that this unit will be... Yeah, it's not perfectly supplied, but... We still have 10 more riflemen to go, but it's close. So it got a lot of its units back. Okay, then what else? A little bit of shifting over here. I might actually run an armor just around to capture this territory. I think it eventually becomes mine if I push these guys back, but I can just force the issue by, moving this guy around. And I'm not going to be doing attack across a stream, which I think is a 50% penalty. Oh, it's only a 40% penalty. Still, I mean, that's not good. And these guys are going to be cut off anyways. If I take this mountain, which I can do since the road here should be... Like, if I look at this guy, the road here... So it only takes 4 action points to get here. I'm not sure. That's a stream. A stream into a mountain actually might be too much for... too much in order to get supply. Yeah, it probably is. But at least we can do some attacking of armor into staff. That sounds like a fun video game to play. And they're reinforcing in the south. Okay, and no matter what, we're definitely going to war with China this turn. So, if you stay tuned for the next episode, we should have a wonderful two-front war on our hands. Until then, take care.